This is a How Is He podcast with Podge and Papa, proudly sponsored by Amplify. Power up your podcast. Let's kick it off.
Welcome back to the How Is He podcast, joined as always by my co-host Paul Papadone, who isn't here again. I'm only joking. Papa can't make it, lads, tonight, so it's myself, a solo one. But we are still here in a fantastic facility that is Amplify Studios, right in the heart of Carroll town. As always, this episode is brought to you by Carroll Estimating, the go-to team for contractors, subcontractors, suppliers and manufacturers who want accurate and competitive project pricing. Visit them at carrollestimating.ie or find them on your favourite social platforms. Today's guest is someone you've almost definitely come across, whether it's online, on the airwaves, or at some of the biggest events around the country. Hailing from North Kilkenny, Sean Carroll has built an audience of over 150,000 people, making his mark as a singer-songwriter, while also becoming a familiar voice and presence with Beat 102, 103. But that's only part of the story. Sean has appeared up for the match, taken to the field in some of Ireland's biggest charity events, like Hurling for Cancer and the Peil football game, and worked with some major brands, including GAA, NFL, Sky, and John West. That's the tuna, by the way. From All-Star weekends, huge match days, and exclusive launches, he's been right in the middle of it all. Today, we are getting into the journey behind the scenes, the music, the media, the big moments, and what it really takes to build something like he has. Sean, very welcome.
Well,
what do you think of that?
That was great.
Some intros. We beefed them up, man. We just beefed them up to make...
Yeah, make me look good.
Make it prestigious, right?
Yeah. I think you said North Kilkenny. I'm thinking more South Kilkenny.
Oh, my sincere apologies. Can we edit that? South Kilkenny. Edit that.
I know, it's okay. I like people in North Kilkenny.
Yeah, lucky said that. How are you? Keeping well?
Great, yeah. Yourself?
Busy?
Yeah, absolutely. I kept going, yeah. And I can't believe I'm here. It's such a nice place.
You enjoy it? Or did you enjoy it? We're not finished yet. No, it's grand. Yeah, it's nice. And look, thanks for coming. Thanks for him. I do know you couldn't make it. You're training.
Yeah, kept going, yeah, hurling away, and yeah, kept going, yeah.
So you have the singing-songwriting, you have the work with the brands, you have obviously the work with Beat. What does your day look like?
It's kind of, no 2 days are the same for me over the last couple of years, but yeah, I working with Beat. They're a great radio station. I think they are the largest in the southeast.
Yeah.
And we kind of kept going with different outside broadcasts of them doing the social media and small bits of on air, and yeah, I really enjoy it. And the people in Beat are great, and yeah, and then obviously doing bits with John West as well, coming up to the Peil now in June. So we're flat out kind of promoting that, and they had the launch there in Croke Park a couple of weeks ago. So it was great to get out in Croke Park. Never played there, but it's good to go.
Did you get to puck a few walls around or kick a few walls?
On the sideline. That's where I always am on the sub bench anyway. So I think they kept me there anyway. But yeah,
don't put yourself down. How long are you out of school?
A lot of people tell me I look a lot younger, which is a compliment. But I done the Leaving Cert in 2018.
Okay,
so
just before COVID. So you just missed the
the grades. I don't know if I would have done better or worse. I was kind of, I don't know. I was generally fairly okay in school. I was always the kind of sounded teacher, listening in school, and I think that's nice though, because you can talk. I meet a lot of them. Might have met a few of them after school, and they'd be like, they still talk away to you, and they kind of. I remember I met my music teacher, Miss O'Connor was her name, and she couldn't believe it. She's like, out of all the people that would have been in the music class that I was in, I was probably the worst. Oh, really? I didn't play the guitar, or I didn't sing. Not saying I'm great now, but she was like, fair play to you, So.
What was the journey after Leaving Cert?
So I didn't go to college. I done an apprenticeship as a mechanic for 2 years.
Oh, brilliant!
Because I wanted to start, I suppose, earning a bit of money. I think it's the way forward. And that was with Michael and Motors in Kilkenny. They're sound Michael and Neil. Yeah, they're great lads. And so that was it. Yeah. Then obviously COVID kind of came around, and yeah, kind of, yeah. And I was like, I don't really want to. No offense to the guys in my. I just kind of I don't know if it was for me. I'm big into the cars, and then I kind of started getting into doing the online stuff. I was kind of doing it previously on Facebook and YouTube, and I've been getting 10 or 11 likes here and there, and then obviously I started posting on TikTok.
Yeah.
And like everyone else, I think during COVID,
was that always in your mind, Sean? That the online thing, because it just rocketed, right?
Yeah.
Around COVID, and that it took off. Pre-COVID, did you have? I know you said you done a few bits, but did you have an idea that was a road you wanted maybe to explore, or?
Yeah, I always kind of wanted to do videos online. I didn't know. I don't think what app it was on. So I remember, I was doing it on Facebook, YouTube, and only the people that are where I was from kind of knew I was doing it.
Yeah.
And you would have got a bit of slagging here and there, but
Okay.
I'm on this podcast now, sir.
Yeah.
Not slagging anymore.
Yeah. How do you handle that? How do you handle that as a 19-year-old, 18-year-old?
Yeah, because anyone that knows me, like I'm fairly quiet. I'm probably one of the quietest people that you'll ever come across. Even back then, I was probably more quiet. So yeah, like I kind of just you had to have a hard neck. I was like, there's no one else really doing it. So I was like, I'm just going to post videos and see what happens. And the likes of the two Johnnies, like the two lads, they would have been a big, that's when they kind of started. So it would be a big inspiration for me. So seeing them doing it, I was like, do you know what, why not?
There's a couple, wasn't there? Like the two Johnnies, Rory Stories.
Yeah, Rory, yeah.
Like they kind of, I don't know, in my memory, they're the kind of first that stepped out into that homemade kind of sketches and videos, and like it was brand new in this country, like wasn't it really?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And I used to love watching Rory Stories, and it was kind of like they kind of got the ball rolling in terms of the Irish content, I suppose. And like I would have watched Rory for years, like, and then I kind of got to know him now, and I remember meeting him at the All Stars, and he was saying he knew me as well, so it was kind of like those full circle moments, I think.
Yeah.
I think they were definitely the first, like, so.
Yeah. At what point did you kind of look at it and say, geez, this is actually it's going well?
I think it was, I'd say around 2021, 2022, around that year. Kind of, that's when I kind of took it kind of seriously, started posting more. And then obviously Kilkenny, we're lucky enough that we're good at hurling.
Yeah. True.
So obviously Kilkenny were in the All-Ireland in 2022. And I, like, up for match was always kind of a goal to get on it, to get on that. And I remember 2019, that was the last up for the match before COVID. And then 2020 was the first one after it. And I was like, the next time, I tried to get on it in 2019, but I was terrible. And then I said to myself, the next time I'm going to be on it. Little did I know it'd be a couple of years later, but I remember I brought out the song. It was the Black and Amber Roar. Yeah. And the guys at RT, they liked it anyway, and they kind of seen me online and stuff like that. So it was great to get on that.
Did they reach out to you?
It was kind of a bit of both. I remember they were recording something in James Stevens, Brian Cody's club, the week of it, and then I was kind of just over there, and a few of the producers it was kind of back and forth, and then they kind of got it together. And I ended up having a couple of the students from the St. Leonard's National School in Donegal. And I would have went to Kilmagany National School, so there's a bit of beef there. But, they were like a bigger school anyway, so I was like, they were delighted, to be honest. So it was kind of like a bucket list moment, but hopefully Kilkenny get back there again now this year.
I was going to ask you that, like that period at Kilkenny, like golden era, right?
Oh yeah,
like absolute golden era, like.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll get back?
I think so. Yeah, I think obviously there mightn't be as many iconic players, I suppose. I'm lucky enough to just about remember the 4 in a row or 5 in a row.
Yeah.
But I think they definitely have the players there, and I suppose the hunger is still there. I suppose losing like the Galway by so many points and all, but I think that might just drive them on a bit more. And I suppose I do want to see Kilkenny win this team to win the All Ireland.
They're like, because there's a fierce passion for it in that county, like, and the scramble for tickets, All Ireland final tickets, like they're an absolutely unbelievably supported county.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I remember growing up, like, you see the homecomings and you never forget it, like, and I even had the honour of playing at the homecoming 22 or 23, the 2 years. Like, I know we lost both of them, but there was still a good turnout, like, nonetheless. And to be asked to sing at it was great. And I ended up singing with the Kilkennys as well.
Oh yeah,
Davy Cashin. So they're very good. But there's always like hurling. Most of my memories being in Kilkenny is always hurling. As long as I can remember growing up.
What about playing? What about your level of playing? Were you always club? Did you dabble in county or?
I never made county. No.
Okay.
I've been playing Donegal's my own club.
Yeah.
South, small club. I suppose our hero would have been Noel Hickey. He won only 9 All-Ireland. It's just the 9.
Just the 9. Yeah.
A couple of All-Stars, young hurler of the year and stuff. But he's renowned as one of the best fullbacks. David Herity as well. He was goalkeeper. He's Tipperary coach now as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have grown up. I started playing under 10s and I played in goal a couple of times. So, but yeah, I've always been, I suppose, on the bench, if you like, sitting. But I kind of like just keep at it and keep with the training and stuff like that.
Wish if you love it, right?
Yeah. Like, I think hurling is probably my favorite thing in the world. Like, and I feel like it's always there for me. Do you know, I've been playing as long as I can remember. But people like, geez, why do you stay at it if you're only on the bench? Like, do you know, there's no point really. But like, I would have grown up with lads who would have been starting on the team and on the minor teams and stuff, and they kind of just fell out of love with it, and they kind of just stopped playing. So I kind of, if anyone wants to stop playing hurling, they probably would have said me. But I kind of,
well, do you know what? It's a side. This is probably gone off a little bit, but it's a kind of side that people don't hear about. Like in this setting, in podcast settings, like we had Taggy.
Oh yeah,
on and like we had Bernard Jackman, we had David Ford, like some elite athletes, but you never hear from the guy who just soldiers because he loves the game.
Yeah,
do you know? And he might get 20 minutes or whatever. Do you know?
Pushing it there now.
Yeah, but you know, it's a good view of it, right?
Oh yeah, and like I love hurling, so I don't care if I never get a game. Well, obviously I would at the time, but I've kind of like nearly accepted it. But I think one of the reasons why I keep hurling, like I said, it's a good therapy as well. Like I feel if you might having a bad day and like you go down to the pitch, train with the lads, and you know, it's kind of, you feel great after it.
Good release.
Yeah, because even going back to the start of the year now, I suppose I was in a relationship and that kind of ended, and don't want to dwell on it too much. Like, but I feel like that was the time hurling was coming back, and it was probably nearly a perfect time for me.
Yeah,
because you have to train with the lads, and they kind of, you kind of forget about all the worries and stuff like that. So it was good way to cope with lunch or something.
Do you have? I hate to ask, but it's just stuck in my head, and I'm terrible for it, Sean. Talk to me about dark days. Do you have many of them in the avenue you're in?
To be honest, no. Like I suppose I'm happy. I suppose grateful enough that I'm very positive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really get too down. And obviously, you might get a bit of hate here and there.
Yeah.
I suppose I get in general now in real life, I never get much hate.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I kind of try to stay positive. Like I said, like playing hurling can always, you know, that's one of the reasons why I keep doing it, to keep you happy, and suppose you do feel good after, like, you know. And, I think that's like one of the stories I remember. I was down in Wexford with Beat last year. It was they were playing a show down there, and we went out just to the Crown, I think, after, and there was a couple of, now they're obviously having a few in them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But one of their friends, they were like, Sean Carroll, can I get a photo? And I was like, yeah, no matter. And then one of his friends, now big tall lad, and he was like roaring. He was like, oh, you're not, but I'm not going to curse on there.
You can curse.
He was like, you're not, but this and that, and really like kind of. And I just kept laughing. I was like, all right, okay.
It didn't put any fear in you, or
not really, no, because like I was like, he's probably only a few in him, like Yeah,
well, it's just reckless begrudgery, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's kind of an Irish thing as well. Like
it is.
Like I don't think, I was like, if one of my videos are going to affect you that much, like.
Yeah,
a lot more to worry about than me.
At what point in that journey, Sean, do like, how do I word it? At what point in that journey do you start to understand hate? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it like your mindset is, well, it's par for the course here, lads?
Yeah, I think it's something you have to kind of, it shouldn't be a thing, but I think it's something if you're doing, I think maybe in Ireland as well, not that Ireland's bad around, but I think if you're putting yourself out there, you really have to be able to take a bit of criticism.
Yeah.
And I think 99% of people might put hate comments on my videos are kind of trying to roast me rather than actually hate me. Maybe they do hate me, I don't know, but I think it's just trying to get a couple of likes on the comment rather than being serious, you know.
Yeah, they're trying to go. That's what. Because I'm not trying to compare what we do in the social media world and what you do, right? But we had we get negative comments as well, and that's the one thing I kind of realized fairly early, that the reason the negative comments go in there is because that person that put in that comment wants that comment to go viral on the back of your video that has 60 or 70,000 views.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
and I can't get my head around that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, that person that makes that comment, that's fine. It's their opinion. It can make it bad, good, or indifferent. He's in a position, or that person's in a position where they don't want to do what you do.
Yeah.
So they're going to comment on what you do to try and be viral off what you do, instead of taking the leap or making a decision to get a camera out and set up a microphone and go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think if they're saying like that, my videos are cringe or whatever, that, I think what they're doing is nearly worse, wouldn't you think? Like, I think if I didn't like someone, the last thing I'd be doing is waste my time engaging, wouldn't you? Like,
listen, we're in a world where it's like I always say the 6 second reel, the Vine generation. if you come across a video where you're scrolling, and you don't like it, you just scroll on.
Yeah.
You don't
100%,
you don't watch all of it to like disgust them, or you don't watch all of it in disgust to give them a negative comment. Like you just scroll on. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I think again, a lot of time I think they do it just to be cool or to have the
Yeah,
crack,
they want that 200,000 or 300,000 likes. That's what.
That's why I would never like let it get to me as such, because
No.
the pros outweigh the cons, and was all this like
yeah. But I think as you go down further down it, you kind of create tools to deal with as well, right?
Yeah.
Like I would have been a thing with delete that comment, and like the guys here and Shannon, who's the CEO of Amplify, is like, no, leave the comment there, like.
Yeah. I think so. Now, unless someone was really bad, like
well, if they were racist or anything like that or whatever, like you'd be like, oh, you may get that off, but
hey Carroll.
Yeah, it was Podge is fat. You know, leave it there. It'd be grand. There's no panic.
Yeah.
Just let me cry a bit. Am I joking? But no, I think that's the right way to do it as well, because I think the world has to see that there is people out there like that.
Yeah, I think some people can take it and some people can't, and so that's the world. You just don't know, and I'd always say like think before you comment, even though it's like you're trying to be.
I don't. They don't. Though.
No, they don't. Yeah, they don't.
Very, very, very little in it. Do you remember pressing pause on your first video?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
What was it?
I was back in the day. Now I used to do I was doing anything just to get out there, and it was like rapping at the time. Like
oh, you can rap?
Nah, not really. No, jeez. I think it was, and then I go back in my Facebook videos. There's like I used to go to like matches and do kind of like say vlogs and stuff like that. And I remember in one of the videos, I was like, someone's after giving me like I think it was like a clear wristband or something. And they didn't. I kind of said that, so I just kind of built a video. And I suppose the goal was like just for one person to like recognize me from the videos. You know, that was kind of the goal at the time.
That was really?
Yeah.
What would the views would have been in the videos?
Like a couple of hundred, maybe like 400 or 500 views, maybe.
That's not vanity though, right? That's just you think that's like a receipt for you doing a good job.
Yeah.
If someone recognizes you, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
What's that moment like if someone's, oh, that's Sean Carroll over there?
Yeah, I think it's great. I really enjoy it, and I'd never say no to someone if they ask for a photo. And majority of places you going out, like it was, you kind of get that a lot. And I don't mean that in a talky way.
I understand.
But like it's kind of it's nice. And but people are sound like they're sound like, and even at the ploughing there, I was at Moore and Hurley's, the ploughing there this year. And I was there for the 3 days, and I was like their guests, and I had my own splitters and stuff like that. And it was mental the queues like that. People were willing to wait to meet me, like it. And I was, I even like, say some parents come in, they'd be like, oh, we're walking the whole way around looking for you, and stuff like that means a lot, you know.
Yeah. Do you think attention for you that's on the trajectory you're on, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the attention can become unmanageable?
Yeah. For now, I think no. I think I'm like, I don't think I'd be in a position to be like, no, say no to someone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it might be for someone I'm with, if that makes sense. Like, relationships, right? It's kind of hard.
Gotcha.
It might be hard for them to understand it.
Yeah.
I think I'm not no celebrity or anything like that, but
but you're making sense.
Yeah,
it is making sense to me.
It's not really like, I suppose, a normal thing. It's like it is and it isn't. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I would never go somewhere to look for people to know me. You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, like, I've been going to hurling matches since I can remember, like, like Kilkenny matches especially. So I remember someone might have said before that, say I'm only going to matches to be recognised, or whatever, just to do the videos. And it's like, you can't really help that. But
but I think you also, and again, it's only me thinking, you also need understanding that because of the patch you're on, that you're always going to be open for approaches.
Yeah.
Even if it is a quiet moment with family or partner or whatever.
Yeah.
You're always going to kind of get to someone. Picture that.
Yeah.
You know, that you're like, and I think, I don't know what that would feel like.
Yeah, and I'm still like, it's hard to kind of comprehend it really.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, I think it's great. Like, people are sound, like, I'll always oblige, and as I said, I'm in no position to be like, sorry, no, like, unless it's really bad. But no, like, I think it's great. Like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't like it, But again, it's not like, if I go somewhere, I'm not going there to be noticed or anything like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's about, I suppose, having someone else that might be with you to understand that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think from listening to you for the last 20 minutes, I think you have a kind of a humbleness about you as well, that, you know, you're not doing it for clout or whatever they call it these days. You're not doing it for weight. You're doing it because I'm doing this a long time and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I love it. Like, and I made friends with a lot of the other, I suppose, creators, and you know, I call them my best friend now and stuff. And they're the exact same. And like I said, like to working in with like the likes of the GA and stuff like that. It's what I've always loved the GA, so it's kind of like it's as if you enjoy what you do,
Would you say it's a dream?
Yeah, like
I know that might be a bit Disney to say, but like
absolutely,
a young lad who played a lot of hurling, went to a lot of hurling games. You're working with.
Yeah, even like for, I suppose, a small example was like Carroll, they make the hurling grips. Like they're kind of like, I suppose, sponsoring a couple of my videos now, and they sent me out like, you know, a couple of boxes of grips and all. And like when I was younger, I was nearly obsessed with more like the hurls and the grips rather than the sport. So like if I was able to tell him like that, you know, so it's kind of a cool thing. And even like the likes of the NFL, were you at that game?
No, I wasn't. No. I know guys were at it, but I'm not massive. I like the NFL, but it bores me.
Yeah, it goes on. I think it goes on for hours. Like
I'd watch the Super Bowl. I'd stay up and watch Super Bowl, right? Because I'm a sheep and I don't want to miss out what else is watching.
Yeah.
But it just there's periods where I'm like, I'm just bored.
Yeah.
Some people love it, right?
Yeah.
Guys love it.
But I remember
that was massive, right?
Yeah, I remember I was invited by it was one of the agencies. I wasn't really sure if it was legit or not, but anyway, they invited me anyway. And the day before, we were up in the Sports Campus Ireland.
Yeah.
And the Vikings were going to be there, the team, like. And I just had to hurl with me, and there's a really famous NFL player, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I didn't really know who he was. I heard of him, like, you know. And I ended up showing him how to play hurling, and they were delighted. Like the company was, and what's his name? Addison. He's another player for the Vikings, like, and like, that was mental. Like only after I realized, like, everyone was like, "Geez, how did you end up meeting Justin Jefferson?" And stuff. But I didn't realize how big he was, like, you know. And then so the day after, I was in Crow Park, the game itself, like. And I was the VIP on the VIP list somehow. again, it's, you know, you talk about pros and cons about doing this. You might get hate, but to get invited by the NFL, and when we were sitting in like the actual dugout seats, like, you know, like where the subs would sit. So it was fitting for me being a sub to sit there.
4,000 subs that every NFL squad has.
Yeah.
Right?
But anyway, I was sitting there, and we were sitting beside it was Charlene Mawsey, you know.
The runner,
and Mikey Breen as well from Tip, and then behind us was Dermot Kennedy. Which is mad.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and I was talking about him for ages, and then Lewis Capaldi, I met him as well. He was there that day as well. He was a few seats up, and again, you're just chatting away to him, like, you know.
Do you ever think in them moments, because they're a bit surreal, right? Do you ever think in them moments that, jeez, how do I deserve this?
Yeah, like imposter syndrome, really.
Yeah.
And even one of my friends, he's a creator as well, Keane Costello, a big Liverpool fan.
Kildare.
Yeah,
I do see. I love his TikToks.
Oh, jeez, there you go.
I think he's absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Say that again, yeah. I know, but he's probably my best friend out of all. Like, he's over the last couple of years, he's been there like through everything, through me, like, you know, breakups, whatever, like that. And he's always just like, you can tell him, and he'd be like, confession box. He wouldn't say it. But and again, he was with me at that match, and like he was looking at the price of the ticket. It was like €1,000, and he was like, "How have we done this?" Like,
he did a video on it.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it. And then we were just talking to. There's another guy, John Nellis. He does YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, and he was there as well, and we're talking away to these lads, and it was kind of like, you know, it was kind of like when making all the videos worthwhile. It was worthwhile doing it. Like,
what's that? I call it influencer scene like in Ireland, because there seems to it does seem to be close. Like, there's a lot of collaboration, and you know, I've seen you done a bit of work with the DD fella, with Mitch. Like, is it full of collaboration?
I think it's getting that. Yeah, I think it's getting bigger. Like, and like a lot of people they're as mad as, like, they're kind of like really similar people, you know, like, to be sure. But no, it's great. Like, I love, like, as I went up to Mitch there in Galway, and like even Michael Deedy, like, I'll be really good friends with him now, and similar with Keno. Like, I feel like, you know, he's kind of been there, like, you know. But yeah, like, it's great. I mean, I think it is getting bigger, the whole influence. I still won't call myself an influencer. Again, people will be like, oh, they're like influencers are cringe and stuff like that. But I don't know.
But do you know something? I would say, Sean, if you went to the majority of kids in 6th year, I'd say a lot of them would want to be an influencer.
Yeah, I think they would.
Like, I think it's a profession. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. After, especially in the last couple of years after getting.
Like, it's not a hobby anymore.
No. It's
know.
yeah. I think a lot of people would, but again, they're nearly like too afraid because of they're in school or they're kind of
Yeah.
like be ridiculed. I need to go back to when I was doing it as well. Like it was kind of more. It wasn't really a thing like a couple of
Yeah.
years ago, whatever. But I was like, just who cares? See what happens. Like here we
Yeah.
are.
but look, it's a crazy world, but I think you have to understand that it's a bit of a crazy world, right?
Yeah.
And understand that opportunities come and opportunities won't come.
Yeah.
Like the NFL thing is obviously.
Oh yeah.
You know, you just said it. I didn't think it was a real. You know,
Yeah.
like you're probably going to have many moments like that.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, the pros always outweigh the cons. Like, you know,
Yeah.
even like working with Beat there, like they've been really good to me. And I remember last year, obviously Kilkenny weren't in the final, but it was the first time I was ever happy that Tip were in the final because obviously Beat covered the southeast, so we got to go up and like do content outside the stadium, and we got to go to the match, and I ended up bumping into Paul Mescal, which is a bit mad.
Yeah, we had his cousin on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a cameraman. He's brilliant, great guy.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah. But yeah, it was crazy because we interviewed like Paddy Marr and a few of the Tip. They were kind of sitting around, and Aoife Kearns, she works in Beat News. Like she was kind of with me that day as well. And I was like, I think that's Paul Mescal. He kind of had the head down. Not many people were going up to him like. And she'll even tell you to this day there was more people coming over to me. He'd be like, "Where you are, I'm here." And there was literally more people coming up to me, like Tip fans and Cork fans, rather than him. And I was like, "It's not."
Did you not see him over there, lads?
Yeah, I was like, I just
megastar.
I just went over and said, well, like, I didn't want to I am right.
Yeah.
But I was telling him kind of what I do, and he was like, he's not. I don't think he's on Instagram or anything like that. He doesn't.
No,
Really, he might be secretly, but
Super level headed. And he
was
good
sound.
Ga background as
Yeah,
well, right? Kildare
Kildare.
minor and
minutes and all that.
Yeah,
So,
good Ga background.
Yeah, I chatted away, got a little photo with him as well, and I kind of hate that kind of way, but he was happy enough.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you? See, when you go to them, say the NFL event and the All-Ireland finals and the campus in Irish Town, when you're going, say, to Croke Park, right, on the back of, say, with a brand or anything like that, what entrance into Croke Park do you use?
There's a VIP entrance.
Is there?
No, I maybe there is. I was going through the glass doors, the main, say.
You don't use turnstile, though? You don't, it's not.
No.
It's different from when you used to go to West Kilkenny.
Yeah. It's kind of that kind of sense, I suppose, it's changed a bit, like.
Is that weird?
Kind of, yeah.
Say if you're going up with 7 friends, right?
Yeah.
And the boys are in the top of the Hogan or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, look, I'll meet you in the hideout there after, lads. I'm going in through the glass doors. You're going in through the turnstile. Like, is that'd blow my mind now.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And at the semi-final last year, Kilkenny and Tip, I was disappointed that we lost, but I remember the GA they asked me to come up. They just invited me up to the semi-final, so they gave me myself and my girlfriend at the time tickets to go there, and then Michael and Keno, they were in just the normal seats. Sorry, lads, peasants. But I know but then it was a bit mad, like, because you kind of really, I love the Premium 11 all is nice, but you're kind of feeling really away from the action.
Yeah.
But it's great, and I remember he was sending me videos like, oh, you could see me up in the VIP area, but it was cool though. Yeah, it's good. Like, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Kind of get the recognition from the GA as well.
Especially when you're not begging for it.
No, yeah. I never, yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, but even like Jarlath, he's been Jarlath Burns out the president. He's been very sound to me, and at the launch of the GA Championship last year in the Faithful Fields of Offaly, I was invited up just to do a bit of content with the lads. We done like a guess who Hurling, like Billy Ryan was there from Kenny and Jake Morris, all these lads, and I ended up sitting down having dinner then with Jarlath Burns and Keane Lynch and all this, and it was just they're all just sound, like, you know.
Yeah.
And they were
all human, right?
Yeah. And Jarlath was like fair play for essentially free promotion over doing hurling, you know, that kind of way. So yeah, hoping to keep in with like the GA, and very good to me. So
do you see longevity in it?
In doing the content and all?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's kind of grown a lot more. Like, I think like most people's main point of like news or entertainment is probably on the phone really nowadays. Obviously the papers are still good and the radios and stuff, but I think it is grown, I think, even more. That's what I said, like the likes of Beat as well. Like, to be a radio presenter is kind of like the goal. Obviously I've been doing bits and all like that. So that would be radio presenter, and I suppose more to keep the online going as well.
Is it moving into like in real life streams?
Yeah. I think so.
I notice a lot of them happening.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah, I think I think definitely, and I think that adds to it as well. How much, like, say, the more real you are, I think people.
It's almost, I don't know if you remember Big Brother when it came out first, the
Yeah,
reality
never really
television.
watched.
But like
Yeah.
it's almost like that, like that. That's just normal now. Like
Yeah.
the reality thing, the reality stream.
Yeah, I think
and-
people kind of want to see what you're doing. You know,
Yeah,
they want it in like yeah, they kind of want to see what you're doing, whether they be nosy or whatever like that. But yeah, I said I tried to keep it real enough. Like I'm quiet enough. I'm generally very quiet, but I think when the camera's on, it's like an alter ego, but in a good way. Like I mean,
would you think? Yeah, would you for yourself? That's how you describe it. That when the camera comes on, you're not the Sean that's sitting at home.
I think so. Yeah, like I'm not like I don't change a whole lot, but I feel like I'm more louder. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah, but is that not where your I wouldn't say your personality is loud,
yeah.
but is that not where you're just trying to project maybe what you're doing
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that you wanted to be?
yeah, and even like say up and down the pitch, I could be doing like a sketch, and people might think that I spend my whole life down there or every minute of the day, but that's what I kind of mean. I'll be there for like a few minutes, record, and then go. Yeah. But it's,
Yeah. How do you create them? How do you create the sketches and videos and things like that?
still do it all myself pretty much. Yeah, have like the camera, and as I said, for the likes of like meeting up with other creators, it makes it that much easier. I think.
Yeah.
Like the likes of Mitch there, I was up with him, and he's as mad as myself, so he'll kind of do that and like.
Nice lad, Ronan.
Yeah.
Nice
Alright,
lad.
sound. And even like some Michael there, Michael the DD fella, like he's as mad as well, so he'll do that and like you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Dee Dee's videos are very good.
Yeah.
They're all very good, I think.
Yeah.
But I think Dee Dee's are the relationship between him and his partner, I think, is gold.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
I was even saying to him
chemistry
yesterday. I was
between
like,
them,
in terms of being with someone, that's what you need to be. Someone that can understand it and get.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. And will be the negative to your positive and the positive and the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think it's brilliant. I think it's gold.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your music.
Yeah, jeez. I suppose music kind of, I only kind of got into it like around COVID time, playing the guitar, trying to learn it. So prior to that, I wouldn't have ever played music,
So
listened
you
to
would have
music.
done it in school, or
I done music for Leamster, and I go back to when I was saying I used to do rapping.
Yeah.
I remember I was doing that up until like 2 weeks before the actual practical. And I remember Miss O'Connor, the teacher, she was like, "What do you want to do? Like, it's not gonna do that well." So I ended up singing anyway. And one of the songs I sang was like "This Town," you know, Nine Horns.
Oh yeah, good song. Yeah.
He's probably my favorite singer from Ireland. Like, I might give you a bit of it at the end of it. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
And I ended up singing that, and she thought it was great. And so then I kind of went away from it, and then during COVID time again, I started picked up the guitar, and yeah, I still feel I'm fairly new into the music as well.
How do you learn guitar? I'm mad. I've bought 2 or 3 guitars and I just give up.
Yeah, I kind of just self-taught. Like I literally just look up YouTube, and I'm kind. One thing I'm kind of. I wish I started all this young when I was younger. You know, but yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, it's kind of just YouTube how to play. I think Ed Sheeran's good. He always says like 4 chords is all you need.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll pick up them 4 chords, and yeah, kind of. It's been.
Do you have any problem? Like, we're definitely going to get a song over you at the end.
Yeah.
But tell me, do you have any like worries if someone asks you to sing a song? Like, are you totally comfortable in a crowd singing and all that? And
Genuinely, yeah. Like I feel like I think I'd be more nervous in front of like a couple of people rather than a load of people. But in general, no. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm very quiet, but at the minute I know what I'm doing it like.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I don't know what it is. I really enjoy doing it like.
and talk to me about the songwriting side of things.
Yeah. So like I have a new song out. It's called Trip to Kilkenny.
Yeah.
And I've been writing songs for ages, but I kind of like a couple of years ago I might just throw out songs, and you know people tell you they're all right, but they're not that great. Like
Yeah.
So I'm like from now on I kind of want to do them a bit better, like John.
Mm.
So yeah, I wrote like Trip to Kilkenny. It was kind of based around meeting someone for the first time in Kilkenny, and so some of it was based on a true story. And obviously being from Kilkenny then, and
Yeah.
there's a producer up in Dublin, Gavin Doyle. He would have worked with like Jamie McIntyre, all these singers. So he's very good at producing. He's helped me out a lot. So yeah, I love the whole process of writing. Like even like poetry, I think I write nearly every day.
What do you every day?
Yeah, well, yeah, I try to write down stuff like.
What do you surround yourself by when you're writing?
Jeez, it could be anywhere. I remember like even coming out of Crow Park, I think it was that Leinster final. It could be one of the Leinster finals, but I just thought of a lyric and you just write it down, and you try to come back to it then.
And do you like, so if you're writing, so okay, that lyric is brilliant, like a Bob Dylan moment, right? An unbelievable lyric. It's going to cut you deep. Do you match that up with previous lyrics? Or is it like if you try and build around that lyric?
Kind of, yeah. You'd be kind of thinking like what's next, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like Trip to Kilkenny there, like one of the lines is like, I think it was like, why don't you take me on a trip to Kilkenny City? And then I was like, what? I was like, the next lyric is that we can go walk around till the sun goes down. It kind of just fit. Again, it's not like it could fit. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't, but it kind of works, I think. Yeah.
The spend much time at that?
Yeah. I love it. Like, I think it's like the hurling. It's kind of a good thing to write down your thoughts or cope with stuff.
Yeah.
So like even like poetry wise, like I do a lot of poetry, and I remember for the Ireland game there, I wrote a poem there about kind of like a monologue nearly. Done all right, like, but I remember Liveline, you know, Kieran Cuddihy, he does the Liveline with RT Radio 1, and they were over there at Prague, and they kind of got onto me, and I ended up doing it on air, saying it just over the phone, and they were delighted. So it's kind of nice to get recognition there. But yeah.
What are you? What? Yeah, I just loved. I love the creativeness in people, because I think as a country, we have some of the most creative people in history.
Yeah,
between poets and laureates and actors and actresses, songwriters. Do you know?
Absolutely.
Like, and I think that's what makes this island unique, right? But I've always wondered in a writer, when you are putting something together, would you have any idea what demographic is going to hit? Am I the only person who's going to enjoy this? Will others enjoy it? Like, are them thoughts rolling? Kind
of, yeah. You'd be trying to really please everyone. Like, you know? Like, I suppose songs I've done so far, like some of them have been about maybe hurling, but I kind of tailor towards maybe more Irishness, like.
Yeah.
So like I said, Trip to Kilkenny it's obviously based around Kilkenny, but I think a lot of people, if they were to relate to it, it could be about anywhere, like. You know? So I like to try and make it like put a picture in someone's head, like, you know, so they can kind of think about.
But that's what a good song does to you, right?
Yeah.
Like the one for me at the minute, the song that I'm just obsessed with at the minute is "Pair of Brown Eyes" by the Podge.
Yeah.
I just think the lyrics now are absolutely different level, like.
Class, yeah. And Shane McGowan, I think he's one of the best songwriters. And to be honest, he's only someone I kind of got into like a couple of years, like recent times. Like I wouldn't really grown up in him or anything like that. But I was at his funeral there in Nina.
You were at?
Yeah, I set it up and just go up and suppose show my respects and stuff like that. And like it was Philly Ryan's pub. That's where he would have went, I think. And they had like a kind of not really celebration in a good sense back there afterwards. And it was great. Like,
did you get in to do an old song? And
yeah, there was
Glenn Hansard and all was there.
Yeah, Johnny Depp and all were there, and all the lads. So it was good. Yeah, good to see all them. Yeah, I was talking away.
Johnny Depp back in the pub having a few. Yeah,
I can't remember now. I think they went somewhere, but he was there. Yeah, but they were great up there, and they were like a lot of locals were saying this. They were delighted to see me here.
Yeah, I
was like just trying to.
Yeah. That must be. I like Glenn Hansard.
Yeah,
I like the film Once and Falling Slowly is a great song, and Revelate with the Frames or whatever. But to be in his presence is great, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like he must be like he's a big pusher of Irish talent.
Yeah, he is. Jeez, he's a genius. Like, she won the Oscar, wasn't it? Back
the one. For the film Once.
It was unbelievable.
What was the best score? Best score for?
I think it's nearly like an underrated song. Nearly, I think in Ireland.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it's class. Yeah.
Great song.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I won't sing it for you.
If I could ever have one of them, I'd
yeah.
But like, I feel like you get better as you go along. Like, you know, I feel like as I said, I'm fairly new to the whole music thing. So like, even if if I'm live doing TikTok or whatever, people they might ask me to sing this like one of the best known songs going, and I don't really know it.
Yeah,
because I like in general I wouldn't even listen to music.
Would you not have been a music fan?
Like my sister now, she would be big into like Taylor Swift and all that when I was younger. Swifty, so I know all the Hannah Montana songs. I play on them fun. Stuff like that, like, so I kind of I still feel like I'm only getting started, you know. So
yeah, but and maybe I'm wrong, but surely as a songwriter, the more wise you get and the older you get and the more mature you get, not that you're not any of them things, but the more you progress in them different areas, probably songwriting completely change, right? It'll be all different.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it changes as you go on.
Yeah,
life goes on.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by creativity.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant, people.
Yeah, it's something I love. And even going down to do the videos or wherever I'm recording the video, I still love the whole aspect of like recording and maybe editing it and, you know, creating something.
Yeah.
And even if I like, I suppose, I'm not saying I get millions of views or anything like that, but I suppose I would get a lot more than I would back a couple of years ago. So
Yeah.
if that part, like, I'll always love the whole video. Even if we're getting no views, I think I still love it.
Yeah. Or do you get caught up on that thing? Views, likes, shares?
So some people might tell you I do from checking the phone and all, but
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah, because you try, like, not too much. Like, it wouldn't ruin my day or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I suppose if you put effort into it, or, yeah, you'd like to see it do well, I suppose. Yeah.
Do you ever find like a shit video that you, not saying that you do shit videos, but say a video you done, you were just like, I don't know about that, and all of a sudden it hits.
Oh yeah, I think that's
crazy, isn't it?
100%. I think like the work, like the videos that you put the least of effort into will always do better.
You think?
Yeah, I think 90% of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of the videos I done. I was talking about like the GH. There was a sound like about the O'Neill shorts, like they're really short, like, and it was more like a voiceover, and that got like I think like 1 million views or something. And then I just didn't even like. I just put up for it. It's one of those things like it was about 2 minutes to do it. So
talk to me about the opportunity with Beat. How did it come up? How did you get into it?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, radio was always something I kind of wanted to get into.
Okay.
Even before I was doing all this, it was kind of something I loved, like, you know. And then I got to know Killian Doyle. He's from Carroll, actually.
Bagnestone.
Yeah, Killian Doyle.
I would have coached Killian on a summer camp many years
What
ago.
sport?
Soccer.
Is he any good?
No, he was absolutely atrocious.
You're telling me he's brilliant at soccer?
No, he's not.
I don't know. But yeah, I got to know him a bit, and yeah, he asked me. They were doing like a camp out, like a Beat breakfast camp out, and ended up doing just there. It's kind of like just to be there, like, and then yeah, they kind of started doing bits with them with the Beat fleet as well. That's very good.
Yeah,
that's a good thing to get in on as well. But yeah, Killian, and then there's Brian Griffin. He was like the social media there, so kind of just kind of really fell in for it, and I'm trying to build it even more. And like I said, we went to like, you know, all together now. We went there last year, and even just to go there, like to essentially work at it, to do videos and stuff, was class. Like, so it was trying to build on that now, and yeah, hopefully I'm home and show there.
Is there good learnings in that, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So another lad from Carroll, Chris Ward.
Yeah, no, Chris.
Yeah, he's
our old producer. Shout out Chris /Studios.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. He's been very good to me now, and you know, if I'm say tech hopping in the studio there one of the days, and if he's out at OB, he'd be back and forth telling me what to do, and kind of he makes it look seamless. So I think if I could learn off him more, you'd be the best producer, you'd be the best radio presenter.
Yeah, Chris is polished, all right.
Oh yeah.
Like he's proper at a proper long time. Do you see longevity in that career for yourself? Is that something that you'd kind of like?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'd like that.
I think in terms of like when people say quote unquote like normal job, like, you know, I think it's definitely what I want to do, like, you know. And as I said, Beat have been very good. They kind of nearly give me like a free reign. If they're doing like an OB doing content, they nearly know like that they like work away and
trust.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get trust, like, and you're kind of so young in the world.
Yeah. Especially we went to the homecoming, obviously the Tipperary homecoming.
Yeah.
And being from Kilkenny, I thought, geez, I'm gonna be booed out of the place.
Face like a lemon going.
Yeah, but no, people were so, they were delighted to see myself as well, and like it was basically kind of, you know, go up and do whatever you want, interview people, and I ended up getting on the stage then with the hurlers, like, yeah. So I interviewed, like, I felt like I was like, geez, I shouldn't be on here because I didn't win it or like that, but people like that work away, and so stuff like that now, they would be like, just do whatever you want, and they know I'll be able to get the interviews and stuff.
That's brilliant.
So yeah, I was chatting with like Una Healy there. She was really sound, like, and the two boys, two Johnnies as well. They were great. Donna was there as well. He was singing that day as well. And yeah, it was cool. Again, a cool opportunity to interview the team.
You've brushed shoulders with like
stars.
You have, haven't you? Really?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, when like yourself here. Yeah. But no, I know what you mean. Like, yeah.
You're far from stars here. I can tell you that. You're in the gutter, kid.
It's good. Yeah, it's all about, I think, keep building it as well. Like,
yeah,
like it's
networking, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
It's positive networking.
Yeah, and I suppose the All Stars, that was in terms of networking. I was invited there, and we were sitting. I don't know if you know Quail on Ward. He's football on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Hurling's better, but yeah. But yeah, we were kind of invited at a table, and I remember saying to Quail on, I was like, I'm not really here for the dinner. Like, I'm here just to talk to the hurlers and talk to. The dinner was nice now, to be fair. Not good at GA, but I was like, I kind of want to, you know, talk to people and chat and kind of show my presence in a way, not in
Yeah.
like a cocky way or anything like that again. But and then I was
Just get your face out.
yeah, and then talking to Marty. To be fair, Marty Morrissey, he's someone I really look up to now in terms of
Yeah.
like broadcasting. Maybe not commentary because that's like
His
really
his longevity even, Sean,
Yeah,
in it is,
yeah.
is unbelievable. And
class. Yeah, and Marty is definitely someone I'd love to not take over from, but follow in his footsteps. You know,
Yeah,
and in terms of like reporting and like doing matches and
yeah,
it's a dream job I think for me.
yeah.
And even to get to know him there, I'd done a few events and he was there and he was saying fair play to keep up the good work and
Yeah.
it's nice when you get recognition from that. Even Jerk Hanning there, I was at the ladies the camogie final, and I was up in the I suppose the 7th tier, in the press box, and I was talking to Jerk Hanning for ages, and he was saying keep it going.
Yeah.
And like one thing what Marty said to me was like that he started out the back of a truck or something doing reporting. I think there's a picture of him, you can see him.
There is,
back in
yeah.
the
I
day,
only
like-
seen it there recently, actually.
Yeah. So he just said, just keep it going, and he's at 40 years more maybe.
Yeah, I suppose once you
Get in.
get in and push the right buttons and leave the right impression and network correctly.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. And as even the people in like RTE and like the GA, they've been very sound to me. Like
Yeah,
they never had a bad thing to say about me. So
yeah.
it's all about keeping it going.
Talk to me about like when you started this, right?
Yeah.
Let's focus on brands, right? Because we're kind of there.
Yeah.
When you started this journey, is brands something you would ever thought you were going to collaborate with, or that there was going to be an opportunity? Because you've done NFL, you've done, I know John West. People say John West, but John West is a big brand, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're around the world, like the RTE, GA. Like what are you saying to yourself when you're getting opportunity to work with these brands?
Yeah.
Even the hurling crowd do the grips, like.
Yeah. Like to be honest, no, I never thought. Sure, I suppose you wouldn't. Like you never really think about it. And I suppose some people would be nothing. Like, but I suppose to me, like you would have not dreamed of it, but you would have like, geez, I'd like to do that at some point, but never would have thought about it. So, but like I said, John West, they're host of Peil, and they've been very good to me. So they kind of came on board with them, like, and like there's probably so many, even like the Sky there as we're at the launch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the launch of the Masters there. They had like a kind of a function there, and like Connor sketches. I got to know him. He's very sound, Connor Moore.
The impressionist.
Yeah, and he was even saying to me, he was like, I love your videos and stuff. So, but yeah, it's great like to kind of get the recognition, and even like Sky, they invite me to the Ireland and Portugal game, like, and probably the best game I was ever at, like, to see Ronaldo there and get sent off, like, it was something you look back on and you're like, geez, the opportunity was great.
Yeah.
So yes, it was. I never would have thought I'd get these things, but
So when Sky come knocking, do they give you, look, we want you, we're going to invite you to this event.
Yeah.
Do they give you a remit of what they want you to do at it?
Not really. To be honest, no. Some companies would, like, but a lot of the time, I'd like just come and do whatever you want, do your thing, nearly, like.
Yeah.
Because we a few different lads. There's another guy, Conor Lehan, and James Lehan, sorry, not to hurt. He does like the impressionists as well, and he was there doing kind of fatted head stuff and stuff, and it's good, like, yeah. But I always say, like, it's like the hurls and like the grips and all like that. It's kind of like the next best thing to being like an inter-county hurler. Like, I don't think I was ever going to make it. So, in terms of like even like micro there, like they've been very good to me, sending me out helmets there, and like more Adrian Moore, he owns Moore and Hurley's.
Yeah.
Like he's been like I don't know, nearly a second father to me at this point. Like he's always like advised me, and kind of helped me out a lot. And even at the plough with him, like, he's been very good. So we're hoping to do a lot more now this year.
Yeah.
But I guess it's probably like, I remember someone said this to me before. I think it could have been Michael Deedy. Like, he just said it's great to be involved. It's great to be.
Yeah.
It's just it's great. Like,
but your influencers are the new marketing, right?
Yeah.
Like they are. It's like a TikTok shop. Like you can make a fortune off it from selling stuff. Like, selling like plugs that have lights on them. People are buying them because it's been sold by an influencer. Like, it is. That is the route now, isn't it? That influencers are probably the best marketers in the world.
Yeah. Like I had my own slitters there at the ploughing, and I kind of nearly underestimated myself. I can't remember how many I bought, but like bought to sell, like, and they were gone after like I think like the first day.
Where'd you buy them off?
It was a company that makes them, like.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was
Irish company.
Yeah.
Good man.
yeah. I know. Yeah, I know. Genuinely, yeah, and they're like, again, you buy, like, I would never try and rob people who follow me. I feel like, geez, I don't know, but anyway, I sold them and I was like, geez, no one's gonna buy these, like,
And it's all low.
Yeah, they're gone after like second day, I think. And
what were it? Just branded with your brand on
so
it?
like Sean Carroll with like the logo, and I had like my own shorts as well. And so even more and Hurley's there now, we're hoping to do like a collab this year.
Brilliant.
So I'd be like Sean Carroll X, more and Hurls. So keep an eye out.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's all go, Sean, isn't it? It's like
yeah.
it's very hard to, I suppose, if I'm to go into your mind, not that I can, but it's very hard to explain what you're doing without it sounding like a pure brag.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, with the opportunities you're getting, because like I said, you're not begging for these opportunities. You've worked so hard in the early stages of the influence and thing that you've created the big platform. Like, you've networked very well. You mentioned Keane, you mentioned Michael.
On the big shots.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you've managed it really well. Like, so that's like, so I'm thinking, well, that's the fruits of your labour, getting these opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever have a moment in your mind where you're thinking, oh, this could stop?
Yeah, like you've always like thinking like, "Jeez, why am I bother doing this?"
Yeah.
And, you know, but at the end of the day, like, I just keep going, see what happens. You know?
Yeah.
If all goes wrong, sure. Like,
I think
I'll find something else.
I think once you have that kind of parachute mindset, that you're kind of like, well, this could go tits up here. This could go fucking skiaways. But I think the fact that you understand that while you're doing it is a good thing. Because I think that if you weren't that way, a lot of people might struggle.
Yeah.
You know, when they fall off.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if they fall off. You know?
Yeah, like, and going back to Keno, like he often says to me, like, sometimes he be dwelling, he might say, like, he hasn't really posted as much and stuff like that, and whatever reason may he have, and he said he mightn't be as, I suppose, influential as he was.
Yeah.
He'd tell this to anyone, but I'd still say, like, any matches we go to, like, say the Hurling game and stuff like that, like, people surround him asking for photos and all. So I think like, even if this was to end, I think for the next couple of years, I think people will still know
you have a catalogue.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like
You have a
people will still know you, and
they'll
never forget the face. Like, I think
I'd love to have Keane in front of me. I'm
sure.
definitely going to ask him to come on.
If you're looking for another guest, I'd
I'd love to have him in front of me.
Yeah,
I think he's 100 miles an hour and absolutely electric.
Yeah. And genuinely, I'm not even saying like he's probably the most genuine person I've ever met. Like, and like I said, like TikTok, like you're saying, it could be gone tomorrow, but at least I'll always have, like, I'm glad I met the likes of Keno off it. Friends you have, like, you know, and I think that's what it's all about. Like, and he'd brighten up a room anyway. But he's always positive. Like, I think, you know, last couple of years have kind of been hard enough on him in his family or like that. But he stays positive, you know, and
which is a special thing.
Yeah. Like,
you know,
even like I go back to like this year, like, like relationship ended or whatever like that for myself this year, and he was always ringing me, you know, you all right? And he wouldn't advise me in the wrong way, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like a therapy there.
Just like a soundboard for you, really.
Yeah.
Which is a very rare skill in people.
Yeah.
Because I find if you're sharing, people share a problem shared is a problem half. Well, sometimes it's actually not, because the person you're sharing the problem with is telling you that they've had the same problem and this is what they've done. But they don't understand that mightn't work for me.
Yeah.
So you just need to listen to me here and nod your head and say and then give me a synopsis at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like I could say that to him, and he wouldn't like judge me for it, saying, "Oh, just don't go do this and that." So, and I think like my own parents are probably the same as well. So my own mother and father, they're always kind of positive, and they're never like,
good relationship with your parents.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I see them as like only two good friends more than anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, but they never said anything bad. Like, growing up, I've never had like, I'm fortunate that I've never seen them fight. Like, it's weird. They're always so, anyone that knows them, like, they're so like positive, you know.
Is what's the support like when you're going down this unknown route?
Yeah.
To probably parents who,
I know.
You know, who never had a mobile phone back in the day. It's probably similar to myself.
How would you work the old Facebook?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but they're getting like they're kind of like, they're always supportive, like, geez, no matter what I do. But they kind of understand it a lot more, like, the last year or two. And like, my mother should always be commenting on my videos saying she loves them. So I think she's a supporter.
Would she comment on the negative comments? Leave my lad alone.
Nah, not really. No. She'd be like, "Jeez, the cheek of him now."
Yeah.
Well, again, I she wouldn't read into it too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's like, they've always been positive, like, geez, as long as I can remember. So
yeah,
they're probably the reason why I can, suppose, you have the backing to do it.
How important is the backing and support?
I think it's a big thing. And I know people might come from houses that weren't maybe as happy,
of course,
like that. But I think it is, once you have that one person to be like, no matter what, like, you'll make it, like, you know.
Yeah. That's great, isn't it?
And they've always been like, they're always someone you can turn to as well, you know.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of like, you turn away.
But like, isn't that half the battle?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
In life, if you if you can turn to
yeah,
your guardians or parents
Mm.
or your home support and to support you.
yeah,
Like, how many people turn around to the and they've been told no?
yeah.
Maybe for good reason, I don't know, but like, it's a lot better when it's a positive reflection rather than
Yeah,
a negative reflection.
it is. Yeah, yeah.
It helps the mind.
And
I have one more question for you, right, before we go on to quick fire. I love this conversation, by the way.
I think it's great. Yeah,
I feel like I could talk to you for a really long time, but
him too.
A young up and coming starter knocks on your door,
Yeah.
and says, "Sean, give me advice."
Yeah, it's hard to, in one word or
No,
someone
what would you tell him?
I'd tell him, like, so you want to have a hard neck, I think, to be able to take criticism, or like, because you're going to get it either, no matter what you do, you're going to get it.
Yeah,
And I think find something that you like, you enjoy doing. Like I said, I love hurling my whole life,
yeah,
and even if I'm not starting on the team, I still do it. Like, I still do the content because it's what I love. And then just as a network, and try to have people around you that understand it a bit more. Understand that if someone comes up to you and they know you, that it's not really it's a positive, I think, more than a negative.
yeah.
Yeah, and just see how it goes. I think
I feel like, excuse me, sorry. I feel like you'd help them.
Yeah,
I feel like you'd be the kind of guy that'd be like, "Yeah, no, here, let me show you."
yeah. Actually, there is a guy now. I bumped into him in Clonmel, and he was asking me, he wants to get going doing videos, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll help you. If you ever get going, I'll help you, and stuff like that. So he just said he's really afraid to do it, and I think he's about my age as well. But again, a lot of people would kind of love to get going, but they're just really afraid to be.
What do you think the fear is?
I think it's been like ridiculed, like, like
What
I know,
people
like,
think of you.
yeah, like, to be fair, the lads I hurl with now, whether they've said it behind my back, I don't know, but in fairness, they've never said that in bad to me.
Have.
Yeah, they've never said that.
It wouldn't matter, though, right?
No, no. Like, I don't think it would affect me because I'm kind of used to it enough,
Yeah.
and they kind of know, like, they would have known, like, me before all this, like,
Yeah.
that. So as I said, like, I'm probably one of the quietest lads on the team, but when it comes to the videos,
Do you take a drink?
no, generally no. This is something I don't drink.
Never
at
drink?
all. No drink at all. Like, I go out and have the crack, and
Yeah.
I go out and enjoy myself, and I just never drink. Even with, like, there could be places to be free bars. Even if
Yeah.
it was good for you, I just don't like it. I don't know.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. Like, again, I said, like, go out, like, even like at Electric Picnic there. I was at that this year for the first time. It was great.
Do you think you'll ever perform at it?
Hopefully, yeah. That's the goal. Give me a couple of years, I think.
Yeah. I think that's a great platform for people as well, right?
Yeah.
I seen they had a podcast tent up there, and they had a lot of podcasters in, and
Would you ever like? Yeah. Are we ever at?
never at Electric Picnic. No,
Sure,
I think I'm
sure,
over
the
at
podcast.
Edford.
Could you do is podcast ad maybe?
I love to do a podcast Electric Picnic.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'd have the demographic for it.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was even that, like, stuff like that was great.
Yeah.
Like the people coming up saying hello and like that from all over the country, like, it's
It's
cool.
crazy, isn't it? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, in relation to performing ad, like,
Yeah.
it's not an unrealistic
No.
goal for you.
Absolutely not. I think
Like, there's plenty of stages, plenty of opportunity. All
Yeah,
right, you're not going
main
to be. You might go on headline it this year,
yeah.
but like there's other.
Give me 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
5 years time, I'll headline it.
Yeah,
Electric
imagine.
Picnic.
Be brilliant, wouldn't it?
I'll get you up.
Yeah.
I know. You never know. Like, kind of
Yeah.
taking step by step, but yeah, you just gotta enjoy it and look.
Yeah.
If all goes wrong, it goes wrong.
Listen.
I think, do you know Willie O'Connor? He's a darts player.
Yeah.
I got to know him fairly well as another. I got to know him, and like, he's been very sound to me, and the likes of Winmo now, they've kind of got onto me on the back of that as well.
You throwing darts?
The odd time I was out in Freshford the other day, and I think I lost all the games. But, I kind of want to get into it a bit more. But like Willie O'Connor once said to me, no, you kind of enjoy it or else pack it up. Like, do you know what I mean? You kind of
Right.
enjoy the roller coaster. But he's going well, so he's
We had a darts player on last week. We had
Niall or
Yeah,
Niall.
Niall.
Yeah. He's very good.
yeah, he's from the same place as me, Greg Cullen, but yeah, he got his third card in the first year, and like
Yeah,
that's a savage achievement. Like,
But it's growing a lot.
that's massive.
Yeah.
It's
I remember
massive.
I done a video up in Leash. We're doing a giveaway for a car, and these young lads were
in
the
St
video.
Anne's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see it?
yeah, we promoted it. We promoted it for them. Yeah. St Anne's would be a soccer club to play in Carroll. I'd know them. I know the club. Like,
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it's a great club, and people there are really sound. Like, but one of the videos they asked me to kind of just do a video. I done a bit of promoting for it. I was like, I really enjoyed it. And the young lads are big into darts. Like,
yeah,
geez, they were throwing like we done a few games with them, and they bet me like handy. Like,
yeah.
and this young lad, I think he's Brody or what? He was hammering me.
Dynamite.
Yeah, he was class. But that's the way it's going because like Luke Littler and all.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
100%.
Changes.
But the thing about darts is because, and it's funny because I only had this conversation with a friend of mine at work today, where I'm in the position that I don't think darts falls into the sports category. I love the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it actually falls into the category of.
I don't know.
Like, I couldn't see someone getting a gold medal in Olympics for darts.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be mad, wouldn't it?
Because, and my thing was, because of that reason, there's no physicality in it. It's, you know, it's like you could be great at 14 and win a world title.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think that's crazy. Like,
mad, yeah.
but if a 14-year-old went to play as a prop forward for Hurling and rugby, like, he'd be smashed.
Yeah, yes.
You know, but in darts, it's a different.
You're
world.
good, like,
yeah.
it's married age, like, yeah.
I didn't think we were going to go to darts. My daddy went there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. Something I kind of want to get into a bit more. Hopefully, hit more than 26 every time.
That's called a bed and breakfast.
Yeah. Do you play darts yourself? Or?
Used to play a bit of darts. Extremely poor. Wouldn't hit a treble with a hedgehog. And I found the more I played, a little bit better I got. But if you stop for a period, like if you stop playing for say a week or 2 weeks and you go pick up darts again, forget about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think after being like rejuvenated nearly with the whole.
Yeah, listen. I always watch the darts. My friends are big fans of the darts, and I'd watch the darts. I think the Premier League is a great event. I'd love to go to a darts event actually.
Yeah, I'll say, I was meant to go over to the Winmo, the World Masters there.
Oh yeah,
but I couldn't get over. But hopefully the World's this year now.
Yeah, but see, I'll be going on the back of myself. You'll be going as a VIP.
I'll be throwing the darts next. I've seen Angry Ginge. He's actually another lad. I
like him.
I played a match with him back in 2022.
Did you?
Yeah, it was
before he was the.
He was kind of big, but he kind of blew up a lot more.
Like
it was a Match for Mine was the name of it. It was over in Wales, and like the lad over it kind of asked me to go over and play in it. And like Aaron Hunt was there as well. You know?
Yeah, the guy from Manchester, the travel blogger.
He's in with Wayne Rooney and all.
Yeah,
and then you know the Peil game you said in the intro there. I played in a couple of the Peil charity games.
Yeah,
and he was there one of the years, and I ended up showing him how to play hurling and stuff. And he was
Angry Ginge.
Aaron Hunt. Yeah. Well, I brought the hurl over to Wales, and Angry Ginge, he was playing hurling and stuff. It was mad.
What did he make of it?
He was like, "What the fuck is? What is this like?"
He's meant to be a gent, like.
Yeah. And he actually, I got him all to sign the hurl as well, so I have that at home. It's kind of cool.
Brilliant.
You know,
eBay auction. There's your plan B, bud.
Yeah. We actually played a charity match in
Carroll, in the country grounds.
Yeah,
Dr. Cullen Park.
And I know, and in the soccer pitch here.
Pats. That was the McDonald's one. That was last year. Yeah, there was a good crowd down for that, wasn't there? There was like the guy, Ty Fleming.
Yeah, all them guys. There were Tigers.
Yeah.
But even just being involved in games like that was great.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I know they're obviously hoping to do one again this year, but then Hurling for Cancer is kind of like, for me, it's like my big one. Like, you know,
that's a big event, isn't it?
There was like 10,000 there.
Yeah.
Like I never played in front of that, but even just to be involved in like, you know, likes of Brian Cody, you know, being in the dressing room with him.
Yeah.
Someone I would grow up idolising him and like JJ Delaney, all these lads. So, and they'd be coming up to me like they like Tommy Walsh, like, "Oh, keep up the videos." I'm like,
yeah.
What world are we living in?
Yeah.
But like even like it was cool just to be involved in that, and even the one in 2024, Shane Long was playing in it, and doing a video with him, and
Shane Long's
cool. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah. But I think it's staying in Carroll this year. I think Carroll is a perfect venue for it. It's big.
Why do you say that?
I think it's perfect.
Now
venue.
we're from Dublin and now 30 minutes from Kilkenny. So
it's closer to me.
Centralish.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think I think it was meant to be going back to Connaughts because it's redone.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I remember going to the one in Newbridge. I think it was like 2019 or 2018. Jeez, I'd love to be involved in this. And
I
remember, John, here we are.
Yeah,
manifesting it. I don't know if that's the thing.
No, it's I couldn't get. I was away. What date was that last year? That Hurling?
August. I'm gonna say 18th. That'd be some shit.
Yeah, I was away. Like, so I did actually want to go to because Paul McGrath was at last year, right?
Yeah, he goes to a lot of them.
Yeah, so I think he's my idol, Paul McGrath. But,
nice sound. I actually met him after the Ireland Portugal game.
Yeah,
he was time for everyone. You know?
Black Pearl, absolutely.
Yeah,
legend.
Yeah.
We have quick fire questions, right?
Okay.
Quick fire questions are brought to you by Neighbourhood Cafe and Roastery on Barrack Street in Carlow, sourcing and roasting single origin specialty coffee for cafe, wholesale and retail, making the world a better place, one neighbourhood coffee at a time. # love where you live, see neighbourhoodcoffee.ie.
I get a mocha.
Yeah, the coffee's, you know what, I hate to say it, the sponsor is, I actually haven't been in touch yet.
I'll be down.
We must go. I must go. Myself and the co-host Papa. I don't know why he's pointing. He's not there, but
hello.
we must go over.
Yeah.
Okay. The last two were deep.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
The rest of them are just.
Is it one answer or just?
Quick fire, as quick as you can, and if it's something that
takes a bit of time,
you want to, take your time. There's no panic because they know these actually become Just like the other questions.
yeah.
Favourite Kilkenny player of all time?
Oh, I'll go Noel Hickey from our club, Donaghmaggan.
Of course.
Noel Hickey, yeah. Henry's up there, obviously, but Noel.
Yeah. Drawn.
Yeah, Noel Hickey.
I get that. Song you're most proud of?
My own song?
Yeah.
Geez, I think, can I go two? No? The Black and Amber Roar, because it was on up for the match, and my latest one, Trip to Kilkenny.
Brilliant. Your go-to artist right now?
Niall Horan.
Yeah.
Honourable mention Sam Fender as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niall Horan, though, definitely.
One song, excuse me, you'll never get sick of?
I think People Watching, Sam Fender.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. This Town as well. This
Sounds great song.
This Town's probably the song. Yeah.
Dream collab, Irish or international?
Singers.
Just a collab in any...
Niall Horan. I'd love to do a video with him. Sorry, I know I'm keeping on about him, but...
No.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but out there, man.
Yeah.
Radio or music? If you had to pick one, what would you pick?
Radio.
Really?
Yeah.
Over your music?
I think so, yeah. Just love the ways and beat and... Yeah.
You don't think the journey if you like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
In grand scheme of things, probably music, yeah.
yeah. Stadium tour or beat on the street, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Down in Carroll town.
Favourite place you performed?
The Homecoming 2023.
Yeah.
Kilkenny. Yeah.
Good buzz.
It was class. Yeah, I know
Good
we lost. It
atmosphere.
was cool, yeah. It was class. Yeah.
Is it like a bucket list moment?
Kind of, yeah, to play in, I suppose, a stadium, I suppose. And it was good. It was, I think, 20,000 at it. It was kind of cool, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Best event you've been invited to?
Oh, I'd have to say the NFL. Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, and just sitting with like Lewis Capaldi and Dermot Kennedy was mad.
It was colossal, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah, it was-
like a grip. It actually gripped the country, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what I was watching.
I actually watched it on RTE.
Yeah.
I was like thinking, this is absolutely...
It was, yeah.
This has just gripped the whole country. Like,
Yeah. And then to be beside Lewis Capaldi was mad. He's sound out though. He's a sound lad.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a character.
I only got talking for like 30 seconds.
He's a character though, isn't
Yeah,
he? Like
yeah.
he's like...
I don't think he doesn't realise that he's famous, I think. Or how famous he is.
Yeah.
He's only just like an old lad.
He's an ordinary personality in like a crazy world.
Yeah, he'd be going around walking around as if he was saying hello to everyone as if he's...
Did you not see his program with Niall Horan where the two of them...
going around.
I think that was brilliant.
Yeah. Goes to show the normality of them all. That.
Yeah, and it's good to see
He
that
gets the
side.
crack. He gets the Irish crack as well.
Yeah, he does. The Scots do
Scottish,
one.
yeah. Love the Scots.
This actually is a good one to lead into.
Yeah.
Most starstruck moment.
Jeez. I'd say maybe being in the dressing room with Brian Cody at the Hurling for Cancer. That's in terms of hurling.
Oh, what's going through your head?
It's just not, obviously it's not as serious, but it's just like he's like when I was 9 or 10, I still idolize him now. Like he's like God, but you know, like it's mad. You know, it's what like growing up watching Kilkenny win the All Irelands, and you know, it's he gave us a lot of happy memories. You know, so
Yeah, gotcha.
always,
Did anything he say in the flesh in that dressing room environment stick with you? Because when
not
he
really.
speaks, you listen.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing. Everyone kind of just went quiet like when he started speaking, but again, it was more lighthearted.
Yeah.
Well, another thing I know, and we're going off topic here.
No,
but
go for it.
I remember when TJ was playing in that, like, and even though he's lighthearted, bit of crack, he was still. I remember I was on the pitch, like, and you could hear. You never hear what players say, like, when you're on the pitch, but
Yeah.
like when I was on the pitch, he was like, work, get the ball. He was kind of still
That's the
talking.
competitive edge.
Yeah, talking. Yeah,
I think them guys who are super successful will always have that competitive edge in sport.
yeah, oh yeah.
Will
That's
always
why they're
have that.
I suppose winners. Like I think. Yeah. Global win. Yeah.
One brand you'd love to work with next. Well, you've done the Hosey podcast.
Running out of names here. Oh yeah, Dad. How's it? Yeah. One name. I support Chelsea, so maybe.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah. Maybe Chelsea football.
Chelsea are a mess.
Yeah.
Aren't they though?
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You think Cole Palmer will be there next year?
I don't know. I don't know. Where would he go to that one?
I can see him at United.
Yeah. Kind of like the Mason Mount route, nearly.
Oh, I think we'll give you back Mason Mount.
Swap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always supported Chelsea. Like I've no ties. Like
Have you ever been over Stamford Bridge?
couple times. But I'd love to get over and do something with them, like a collab at some point.
That'd be
I know they
unbelievable.
do. They do a lot on TikTok. And
They've a
stuff.
good Irish fan base.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but it is mad. Anytime you go anywhere, they're like, "Jesus, support Chelsea." Like what?
There'd be a lot. I know a few Chelsea supporters now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Up and down.
But even sometimes if I'm live and I'm like, I support Chelsea, they'd be like, Jesus, they'd be like, why are you supporting them? They're like English, or like I don't want to get too political or anything like that. But I was like, I support them because I fell in love with Chelsea back in the day.
But sure, everyone has it. Like,
Yeah.
there's not like that whole thing of you're supporting English teams.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, I've always followed them. So.
Would
Who
you
do you support actually?
United, Man United.
Okay.
Yeah, Man
Not doing
United.
too bad.
I'm very poor. I watched them Monday night there. I turned off at half time.
Yeah.
I do you know what it is, John? I much prefer the grassroots game.
Okay.
I think because I think it's the purest form of it. I never miss a Man United match. I watch every United game, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't affect me if they get.
Follow one in the League of Ireland then. Apart from CK United, we'll all be following.
CK, yeah.
I'll be following them.
I'll be following them when the time comes. Absolutely. Yeah, I would have followed Pats. When I was in Dublin, I would have went to a good few Pats games.
Yeah.
I've always a fan of League of Ireland.
Yeah, no matter what.
I enjoy League of Ireland.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a diehard. I wouldn't have a like I know guys who are Rovers fans and are absolutely like Rovers fans. Like I don't think I'll ever get to that point. But I think League of Ireland's in the best position it's ever been.
Yeah. Like Waterford now, they'd be like the closest to me, like Waterford FC, like so.
Pádraig Amateur from Carroll's their captain.
Yeah, it's man. He was Newport and all, isn't he?
Yeah. I think he's been inducted into the Hall of Fame in Newport.
Waterford. Yeah.
I think I've seen something online.
Yeah. But even them, like, I remember I done a couple of videos there, and they gave me like, pitch side accreditation and all like that. There's never any bother, like, and they're great club.
Good club, yeah.
Probably good support Waterford event. I do support them as well.
Yeah, I think the structure behind the clubs in League of Ireland now was at a level where it's never been at, and I think they're destined to succeed.
It's growing the whole time, like.
In the relation to teams having longevity.
Yeah.
The likes of a Waterford been in the Premier for a long time. I know they're not having a great season, but say 20 years ago, if the likes of a Waterford went down, I'd be thinking, yeah, they're going to collapse.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
But now, if a Waterford goes down, or if like Draw had to go down, you're thinking they'll be back up. Like they're stable.
Yeah, exactly. And you see with Dundalk, they're kind of back up now and
going
all right. And we actually played a match up in Oriel Park there last year.
What do you think of Oriel Park?
The ground itself is nice. I don't know.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's classic. Even just to play in like a stadium like that was mad. That was the Head in the Game charity, and like Ty was playing, and Ty Fleming and Pino and the DD fella, all these lads. So it was actually the most competitive charity game. It was like 1-1.
Oh, was it?
There was like ex-pros, like there was like female pros playing in it, and Gabriel Sava was the goalie. He used to play for Dundalk.
Yeah.
And it was actually felt like a proper game, which was kind of.
I'd love to play on one.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, should get
off the boots.
Yeah. Where would you play? What position?
On the bench, bud. I was absolutely useless. I love the game, but
like myself, so.
Too lazy and too slow and no Hartford, but I love the game.
Yeah.
We're going deep, bud.
Yeah, okay, right.
If you could know the absolute truth to one question, what question would you ask?
In any walk of life?
Any question.
Jeez, can I be
first? Do you want a few examples that we done?
Okay.
Right, so someone asked about JFK. Papa asked about JFK. That was his one. My mum was the land on the moon. I don't think they did consider an Artemis has been going around there for the last 6 weeks and never landed on it. Yeah. Someone asked about Princess Diana. Someone asked about blah, blah, blah. But that's only examples. You've carte blanche. Any question?
I don't know. Like, can I give two? Like a main person one and...
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. I'll give you allowances.
What was the question again? Just
if you could know the absolute truth to any question, what question would you ask?
Come back to the Henri handball? It's a bit mad.
Yeah.
Could ask the referee why. I suppose you get reasons.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That is a great. That's a first.
Yeah.
100%.
I think so. Yeah.
Go to the ref and say,
why? Like,
are you telling me you didn't see that?
Yeah.
And he can't say. He has to tell you the truth. So you'd know then if he says no, you're like, oh, well, that's the way it's going.
Yeah. I think that was like my first kind of memory of the Irish football. You know, I'll never forget.
Tough night.
Yeah.
Another one.
I think more a personal one, like if you're with someone, like I know I go back to say a relationship, whatever, like you'd ask them why, like.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why? What's the why though?
Why did it end, or why? People are obviously like, you know,
why did we part ways? Or
yeah. Why did we yeah. I think it's kind of like, you know, because I would never be like angry or anything like that at the person, at whoever. I'd always feel like.
That's very interesting, Sean. Like, is it a why am I heartbroken, or is it why did you leave me?
Yeah, more like why did you leave me? Not in like a sorrow way or sad.
Yeah. You just want like as in like feedback so I can fix it for next time kind of thing.
yeah. But I think so. Yeah, I think there's you know the Diary of a CEO podcast.
Yeah,
and he had I guess Dr. Arya, and he was saying like he'd like to know that like the answer to like. Are these things normal for people to do? And like that's what I'm kind of more like the more actual like detail behind it rather than the reason why.
Are you trying to normalize it to expect it again?
No.
Or are you normalising to avoid it?
Oh, I think it's
Because you know what it is, right? Sorry, no. See, if you're normalising to avoid it, you're not you.
in it. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I think to meet in the middle. I think and kind of
What works for both of us?
yeah.
What's yeah.
I think so.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That is deep.
Sure. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's I do find it interesting though. Like,
Yeah, no, I love it. I love
people
I love
in all
psychology.
walks of life. If people leave it, like you yeah, it's like why is kind of the easy question. Like,
Yeah.
and you do look deeper. It's like,
Yeah.
is this like part of life? Like,
Would you ever ask yourself what is your why? Is that a question you've ever asked yourself?
yeah, but I wouldn't like beat myself up too much over it.
Yeah.
But then you think, yeah, I suppose you would. Yeah, you'd be like, why?
I think it's the greatest question anyone can ask themselves.
Yeah.
What is your why?
Yeah, what is my why? Yeah,
Like if I said to you,
what's my purpose? Like,
if I said to you, Sean, you're a sub on the hurling team. What is your why? Why are you doing that? I know you gave me the answer,
Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like I think it's the best question of all time.
yeah, like a purpose.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah.
Like, again, I never believe in like faith on it. But I think like doing videos and all like that is kind of like, or doing reporting, whatever it may be, is kind of like my purpose.
That's your why.
Like I
That's
could
what-
probably easily
yeah.
go get I suppose a normal job, but I suppose
Is there such
you only
thing?
get one. I don't know. You only get one. I suppose you only get one chance. I think at life, so you may as well. We're only here for a couple of years. It's getting really deep now.
Here for a good time, not for a long time.
Yeah, I suppose you're only here for a couple of years, so you may as well literally enjoy
Yeah.
it and enjoy
Yeah.
life and just live.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Last one. If you were to walk into a room with everyone you ever knew, who would you go to first?
Jeez.
Dead or alive?
Okay. I suppose I'm grateful in that since I never had like my grandparents. Unfortunately, they were dead before I would have met them. So, and I suppose thankfully my mother and father are still alive and well. But I'm trying. Geez, that's a tough question. Yeah.
Could be someone. It could be someone living. It could be a friend. It could be Keen. Could be whoever. But
Yeah.
someone you'd see first. Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Because we do that, Norm.
Yeah.
We do that. Like if you're walking to a 21st or a party on your own, like you
Yeah.
don't walk in there and stand by yourself.
No.
Like you look for someone. Who can I go over to?
Yeah.
So this is like a real life. This is like a fantasy version of it.
Yeah. I think maybe. I should know. I should know. I'm trying to think now because I want to give something interesting. I probably would say my grandparents, to be honest, because I never got a chance to meet them. So
It wouldn't be in the room though.
it has to be. They have to be.
You
Alive.
don't know them.
Oh yeah.
I know that is super harsh.
And I don't meet them, so okay. All right. I know.
I want no.
I'm
Listen, that was a pure joke. I'm only joking, of course. And the follow up is, what are you asking them?
I'd probably ask like, what was life like for them? Maybe like,
Yeah.
what did they do and why would they? I don't know. Would they change anything? Maybe or it's hard to know. I suppose you have to be in this situation.
It's I'm. You know what? A lot of people who answer that, and me included, would ask about themselves. I think you're the first person to ask about them.
Yeah. Okay.
It says a lot about you, bud.
Okay. Yeah. Put people before me.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I always try to do that. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm worse. I don't know if I'm worse or better off for it, but I'd like to put people first. I don't know.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Have to be.
Lads, just a quick reminder about our website. You can catch up on all the past episodes, keep up with what's new, the newsletter. It should be on the way by now. Check us out at WWE, not WWE, World Wide Web, www.howishe.ie, and have a look around. Have a look at our shop. We have a few items for sale, and I'm going to show you one of them now. So this is our latest, or one of our latest release of jerseys.
That's nice.
That is for you, my friend.
Was it?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no way.
That is yours. Thank you very much for coming on.
I have a great.
Don't go anywhere because we're going to pause it. Go on, you want to say something?
I have a great collection of jerseys at home, so I think I have 200 and something.
Just give us a couple of posts, will you?
Yeah, geez. I'll wear that in all the training sessions.
Good man.
Thanks, lads.
Make it go viral. Don't go anywhere though. Before we wrap up, I want to go get your guitar.
Jeez,
Yeah.
it's out in the car there somewhere.
Go on.
We'll play a few tunes, will we? Okay,
Yeah, go get it.
let's go.
Okay, it's that time in the podcast where we have the COO of Amplify Studios grace us with her wonderful presence.
Wonderful.
Shannon Nick Redmond.
I love when
Oh, do
people
I
try
always
to
say that wrong?
Yeah, I love when you try to say my name.
What is it though?
You just remix
What is
it.
it, Osquelga?
Shannon Nick Raymond.
Is it that plain?
Oh.
Shannon need digestive biscuit? is in. No, Shannon Redmond is joining us. This segment is sponsored by brew.ie. That's brew with 3 W's. For all your content and website design, contact Craig in brew.ie.
The penalty saver himself.
3 W's. I feel like the three of us haven't done this in a long time.
I know. Sorry, what's your names in Irish? Do you know?
Polo dueling.
Polo dueling.
Have a guess what mine is?
What? O'Doul.
Barney Rubble.
There's O'Doul anyway.
What is
Pádraig
it?
O'Doul.
My name is Oscuelga.
Pádraig O'Doul.
Podrig is what I was christened.
O'Doul.
Podrig. Yeah, but it's style. Podrig O'Doul. O'Goul. D-H.
O'Doul.
Yeah.
Do you know who owned is Owen McGowan?
Oh,
McGowan.
Oh, McLovin.
No, Owen McGowan.
McLovin.
Anyway.
No,
hello.
what's your, sorry, I was trying, what's the character of Father Ted? Owen what? Your man that eats the cake.
I don't know what goes through his head sometimes. I really
Your man
don't.
who eats
Owen
the-
McLove. Hi, I'm Owen McLove. I've no Willie. Remember that? Anyway,
Anyway,
Anyway.
cut that. That's not getting to the fucking to the edit. Go on.
Okay, so your curveball for today. What is your most irrational fear, but it doesn't really make sense? Like it's ridiculous that you're afraid of this.
spiders.
Really?
How can something so small be afraid of them? Size of me towards that.
How would you be with spiders now?
They don't exist. I get out of the room. I go through the window. Yeah, I dive through the window.
Okay.
Speaking of spiders, here's one we.
No, I just thought. They're so they look hairy. They're so fast across the floor. No, the big ones that you're like, oh, what's he doing?
Oh, but they're not that fast.
No, okay.
Oh, they
are.
can be.
No, they can be patch. The ones that move slow, I'm like, okay. No, people say don't kill them, but I just get a shoe and whack. For example, I'm afraid he's going to jump at me.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't like them. I don't understand how something so small.
That's
I could have a fear over.
Is that a fear or an actual phobia? Arachnophobia, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
That's the name of it. Yeah.
Is that the same as what you're asking?
Well, yeah, because he's saying it's a bit silly that he's afraid of it.
Yeah. Like if you told me to put my hand into a bucket and pick up a rat,
You do
or
quicker.
put up my hand and pick up a house spider in the corner of the floor, I'd go into the bucket after the rat.
Yeah.
I find that nuts.
Yeah. And it's so small. Now some of them, and Ben, do you know what the worst thing about it is? It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's daddy long legs in there,
Not bothered you.
I grab it.
Yeah.
Because people told me I had to get the more poisons, but they can't penetrate the human skin.
So
Yeah.
you're safe.
So I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But just a spider, some of them in this world are like, that's too big to be in Ireland.
What
Yeah.
are you like when you go
Could be in
foreign
Venezuela
then?
or something.
What are you like when you go foreign with mosquitoes and
They don't bother
They
me.
don't bother
bother
you.
you
No,
at all?
Spiders.
spiders, man.
Don't
Have you ever been in Australia?
No, I won't.
You ever in Australia, Shannon?
Yeah.
No, I won't.
I was petrified in Australia. I'll get to my part anyway, but go on.
What are they called? Huntsmen or something, are
Yeah.
they? I don't know.
Did you see this, the trials?
What's Tucker
I'm a
Trials?
celebrity.
That's like, I
Would
watched
you
that.
hold a spider or eat a lamb's testicle?
Oh, give me the testicle.
Really?
Yeah.
I
catch
had
the
a
lamb and-
tarantula
and-
there.
It sounds like you've said that line before somewhere.
I had it was one of not the petting zoos, the reptile zoo. One of my shows, he brought in like the spider and a snake. Now the snake.
Dave's reptiles. Is that what he's called? Dave's jungle.
No, it was one in Kilkenny. The National Reptile Zoo in
Oh, my
Kilkenny.
sincere apologies.
And he brought in. He was like, "Oh, I brought some friends." This man brought a snake and a tarantula in. And if Shane was sitting there with the snake around his neck, but the tarantula, I had to do something. I was literally having a panic attack, but I was like, put it
Yeah,
on my
be
hand.
okay with the snake, I think, yeah.
But
What's
he-
a snake around my neck? Yeah, just
He
sit
was,
there.
and you know what the tarantulas
Don't
have
move.
like little claws. You feel them, they're like little thumbtacks
Yeah.
sticking into the bottom of your
You're not
hand.
making it any better, Shannon.
But I was actually fine holding it, but then I was like, I nearly threw it.
That's your fear as
was
well?
Really bad. I'll get to mine in a minute. Go on, go to yours.
Water. I am terrified of water.
Yeah, but you nearly drowned, did you not?
I haven't had a shower in 3.5 years.
Oh goodness,
joke.
I was about to say something.
No, I know. I wouldn't. No, I don't think I. No, I think that was Papa's experience. But I.
Oh,
I-
Pop,
I-
it was
I
you
nearly
that nearly
did,
drowned.
yeah.
Anyone who was nearly drowned.
I don't like heights, but I've no problem flying or going up a ladder or anything like that, right?
So you're all right with them then?
But I don't like them. I don't
Yeah.
enjoy it, but I do it. But water, if I'm in an area of water and my feet can't touch the ground, it's panic stations.
Yeah.
Don't get in then.
Yeah, but I sure I don't like. But if we go I go back to our honeymoon and the last leg of it was on one of the water bungalows in the Maldives, right over the Indian Ocean, like beautiful.
That's my worst
I would not
nightmare.
go into it.
No.
Nicola, like
Yes,
like a mermaid going around
Yeah.
it, loving it. No, it was
I can't
beautiful.
swim, but I get into the water.
It was beautiful, but I'm just like, no, because how deep is that? I can't touch the bottom. Not going in.
Yeah, well, that's more of a control thing, though. No.
Yeah, no, but it's a fear that I wouldn't
I
go.
don't like the lads to get in there. Get into the water there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it's grand. It's grand. No, get in. No,
Uncle
get in.
Paul, I'm only
Stand
5.
up in that pool. Right,
Get
not
in.
getting into it, and stand up and like here, it's up there. I'll get into it up to there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You can't touch the ground.
just a
I'd
fear.
float away. I'm not a great swimmer. But if I'm in a pool where I know that my feet are going to be on the ground, my head's going to be above water, I'd float around, like swim under it, swim over it. You know, no panic at all. I'd
I
float
wouldn't
around
get
for
into
hours.
the sea now with that. I'd walk
But
along the edge of it, like, but I wouldn't get into the sea because I'm like, nature has its own power.
Surely you go in a little bit, though, no?
I would go in, yeah, and I like you'd enjoy it. But
I don't know how people go in past where they
you know
can
where
stand.
people go and
yeah.
go as far as here. Oh, watch the wave hitting you. Yeah, then you're in the fucking Maldives.
I've
Do you know what I mean? Fuck
you're
off,
over his hut
Yeah.
over there and it's only
Yeah, no.
Was that Papa that went by there in that last wave?
I went for a swimming corridor and ended up in Rosslare.
Come on, Shannon, what's yours? I feel like you've been holding this in for a bit.
No, mine is definitely spiders, but
Oh.
mine is like I feel like it's Papa's on steroids. Like I hallucinate
Oh.
about spider. Genuine, like I need to get tested for it. I hallucinate them. So when I go to bed, it's I would say every night without fail, I will wake up screaming, convinced I've seen a spider climb on the wall, convinced I've seen a spider somewhere. When we moved into the apartment, it was vacant for a while, so it was like a little housing place for spiders. Okay, and
Squatters' rights.
there was no, honestly. And we were sitting in one time, and no one goes, "What's that in the hall?" I mean, it was the size of a rat running across the
terrible.
fence, right?
Then you hoover it, right?
We lost
Then
it
you're
in the
like,
hot
he's alive in the Hoover.
in the Hoover. We
They
lost
burned the
it
Hoover.
in the
He's
hot
calling
press.
come out during the middle of the
Yeah.
night. Over.
So this fecker goes into the hot press, loses them, and I mean, I don't sleep for a wink, right? I
No.
get up 2 days later to go to the loo.
Here he is folding clothes in the hot press.
He is standing. He's standing in the
Doing the
middle.
earning.
He's standing in the middle of the hall. He's only on 2 back legs, about to fight me. I swear
Oh,
to
no
God,
way.
Right? And we have a stare down, and I'm like, it's 3:00.
Face off.
3:00 in the morning. I can't wake on. I can't do this to him. Owen was walking.
Yeah.
So I went. I stared at him. I say it was genuinely. It felt like 10 minutes. I stood in the hall and I was like, if I move, he'll move. If I don't move, like, so I had to be like, Owen.
Do you
Right.
You know,
Kill him.
you sort of bring up the guts to go, I'll get closer.
Yeah.
To put him in a glass or something like this. But
Yeah.
like, no, then he moves real quick.
No, forget
Alright,
about it. Or the
fire
jump.
brigade.
The jump. Forget.
Did it tend to jump, yeah?
They can
Some
jump.
of them can, but that's
Tell
the
me this,
difficult thing,
Shannon.
is it?
You mentioned it in when you described at the start that you feel like you should. Did you use the word treatment?
I would love to be hypnotized or something.
Can you be?
You can
Oh,
Is there treatment?
be. You can be. for
if
things like
I,
that.
if, Podge, I hallucinate them in my sleep.
But that's the word that got
Like
me.
that is crazy.
If
Then-
you, I think if you're at a point of fear where it's fucking
Hallucinations.
no, it's not even hallucination, Shannon, right? When you're in your rest mode and it's occupying your mind,
Mhm.
that's a serious place.
It is everywhere. Even when we were away at the weekend, I woke up in the middle of the night panicking. It's like I thought I could see all these bugs on Owen, and I was like hitting him, being like, "Owen, there's a load of bugs on you," and he's so like immune to it at this stage. He doesn't even flinch because every single night I would wake up screaming, crying. We were in Australia; it was horrific.
Every single
I
night.
wouldn't.
I would say 7 or 6 out of 7 nights a week.
707.
7 out of 7.
Every night, no, 707.
When we were in Australia, it was because I knew the ones in Australia could actually kill me, and it was so bad. Horrific.
You need to go get fucking fixed for that.
I do.
Yeah.
It's not right.
You come in here
I'm
next
never
week,
gonna
with
tell you.
spiders everywhere all
I'm gonna
around
tell
you.
you, the average human eats 8 spiders a year in their sleep.
I know.
Is it a year? Yeah.
That's what they say.
Eat them.
Or maybe it's
But
a
you
life
know when
thing,
you
I
wake
don't
up and there's like a spider bite on your face? You're like, how is it that close on my face?
Oh, I don't. This is not
know.
killing
No,
my mind.
won't sleep tonight. Thank you.
I just think about fucking dark shit. I don't think about a spider killing me, to be honest. Bigger troubles in the world. We're currently going through war, lads. You need to obsess with spiders. Okay. Moving on, Shannon. Anything else on this?
No,
I'm
it's-
afraid of spiders topic and people have been killed. You are.
Oh, really fucking Rio Bravo over there.
Rio Bravo. That was a really good question. I really enjoyed
Okay.
that. Do you have anything for Shannon, Pop?
No, just don't mention spiders again, please,
I
Shannon.
won't.
And it's great to see you again.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's fantastic to see it. That handle goes
And
down.
it's lovely to see you and
and
Podge not arguing with each other.
Just the
And
handle.
Podge being more of a big.
That handle goes down and it's a pull motion. Thanks very much. See you on the other side.
He's always in your guest.
Okay, that's it for this episode of the Hosey Podcast. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, follow, share. We're on all the social media platforms. We're everywhere. Give us a like. Most of the lads that come in and like things, you know what's weird? They don't follow you.
No. What's that about?
Give us a follow.
Yeah.
If you don't like us, go fuck yourself.
Follow him, lads. No.
I'm only
Honest.
joking. Give us no follow. And it's not my podcast. It's not Papa's podcast because he's not here. It's Carroll's podcast. It's your podcast. Good luck. And before we go,
No.
whip it out. The guitar that is, by the way. When we have you
listening here.
Listen, when we have you here, you can't go without giving us no tune. You have carte blanche, right? Whatever you want to play, Sean, you play.
I feel like I'm with Simon Cowell here or something now.
Oh, Jesus.
X Factor.
No. Simon Cow. Listen, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, we'll do
Give us a Kilkenny one.
A bit of the
yeah.
original one. It's called Trip to Kilkenny. So
Brilliant. Give us a blast.
a trip to Carroll. And you walked into the room and you lit it up. Whoa. Yeah, and I was getting pretty sick of this town till you turned that around. And then you said out loud, why don't you take me on a trip to Kilkenny City? We can go walk around till the sun goes down, and until then there was parts things will forever be in our hearts. Why don't you take me to Kilkenny? Take me to Kilkenny again. Yeah. Why don't you take me on a trip to Kilkenny City? We can go walk around till the sun goes down, and until then there was parts things will forever be in our hearts. Why don't you take me to Kilkenny? And take me to Kilkenny, yeah. Wow. Up the cat.
Wow.
Up the cat.
Wow, fuck me, that's brilliant. What a way to finish.
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming on. I wish you all the world of success.
Likewise, You're going very
I
well.
wish you all the world of success. And if there's anything we can do for you, if you want to promote anything like that, maybe give us a few old guests, yeah?
Yeah,
Get a link
Keno. Definitely Keno.
Yeah, 100%.
Want him on
Brilliant.
it.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much for having me, lads. Thanks so
That's
much.
it, lads.
See ya.
Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share, and see you next week. God bless.
I'm Carroll.
That's full time on this week's episode of the Housey Podcast, available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Amplify. Got a story to tell? A voice that needs to be heard? Get in touch with us here in Amplify, Carlow Town's professional home for podcasters of all kinds. We can be found on Instagram at Amplify Podcast Studio. Amplify, power up your podcast.